Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, I would like to welcome all of you for today's study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, we are studying the second chapter. We are in this 53rd verse, correct? Yes. Last class we did 52. So, 2.53 is what we are going to discuss today. So, let's begin. Let me just share the screen. Shri Radhesha. Okay. 253. So, we have seen in this section from verse number 50 onwards, 50, 51, 52, 53, all these 4 verses are basically speaking about the benefits of acting in Buddhi Yoga or fixing the intelligence and performing the activity. This is the theme. We know that we are now discussing, this is the second chapter. Second chapter is a summary, or we can say summary of all the main philosophies of the Bhagavad Gita. So already we have seen the Sankhya Yoga section. Sankhya Yoga is nothing but the properties of the soul, our nature, everything. No, we are not this body, we are the soul. That was the first topic which we studied in this chapter, and that comes under the category of Sankhya. So basically Sankhya means the study of matter and spirit. Matter means what is made of material elements, and spirit means what is in spiritual nature, what is spirit and spiritual nature basically. So matter means taking an example of our body is made of matter. Our body is made up of Panchabhuta, earth, water, fire, air, ether. 5 items we have already discussed. This all together with the combination of these 5 is the body is made up of all these 5 elements. We have already discussed that all the living entities' bodies are made with these 5 elements. Even if you take the bodies of Devatas, the demigods in the Swargaloka or any other planets in the same universe, their body is also made up of Panchabhuta, but the combinations are different. The element of earth, the element of fire, element of space, element of water will be different in different species. So according to the species there is some difference. So species, and also even in the consciousness, if you see not only the species, if you take the example of 4 lakh species on the 84 lakh complete number of species, we as per Padma Purana there are 84 lakh species, and 4 lakh species comes under, is for human beings. That species includes Devatas, normal, all of us, and Asuras, Rakshasas, everybody comes in that category. So all the bodies, all of us are made of this Panchabhuta. In the body, we are talking about body, and the combinations will be different. And apart from these 5 elements, there are 3 subtle elements also. We know that there are, when we talk about body, there are 2 categories, 2 types. Or we can say there are 2 divisions. One is gross body, one is subtle body. Gross means what we can see outside, like I am having this whatever we are seeing, this is gross body, which is made of this Panchabhuta, earth, water, fire, air, ether. And secondly, the subtle bodies are made of 3: mind, intelligence and ego, false ego, 3 things. So mind, intelligence and false ego, these 3 constitutes the subtle body. So gross body, Panchabhuta, subtle body, mind, intelligence and false ego. Why it is called subtle? Subtle means we cannot see with our naked eyes, or we cannot perceive with our senses. How we can perceive mind? Mind is not an organ. Mind is very subtle. Subtle means which cannot be perceived with our normal material eyes. But it can be felt, it can be experienced, not just seeing something. Like we are seeing something, we are able to see something, right? We are able to see many things. We are able to see each other. We are able to see many things in this world. But there are some things which we cannot see, right? So we are not talking about microorganisms. That is again, that's another level. We are talking about something is much even subtler than the microorganism. Microorganism at least we can see with a microscope. But subtle body we cannot see. And mind, we cannot see the mind. Mind is very, very subtle. Intelligence also, we say that intelligence is in the brain or wherever, but it cannot be seen. It's not an organ. Intelligence is not an organ, by the way. Brain is an organ, maybe, part of our body. But intelligence is not an organ. It's not a, we cannot say that it's like a liver, lungs, like kidney, brain, intelligence is not like that. It is subtle element. 3 is ego, false ego. The false ego is nothing but thinking that we are actually this body, we are not the soul. That is the false ego. The real ego is understanding that we are the spirit soul and part and parcel of Krishna. So false ego is the main, or we can say the subtle, one of the subtle element, subtle body, which is the one of the main causes of all of us to keep us in this material world. So as long as we are having this false ego, thinking that I am this body, whatever I am seeing outside is body, is my identity. So if we start identifying with our body, then that means that we are having false ego. But when we understand that we are not this body is just a covering, just a dress, but I am actually part and parcel of Krishna. I belong to Krishna. I am his amsha. Then that is the proper understanding. That is the real ego. So ego is also 2 types. We always use this word ego, right? Ego means understanding what is, when thinking that we are something great. We say ego. Therefore, that person is having ego clash. Thinking that I am something, or I am the only right person. So similarly, from the scriptural point of view, the ego, the actual ego is, if we are saying that I am something great, you are not good, I know more than you, all these are comes under the category of ego, right? So the basis of all these is we are identifying with the body. We are identifying with this body. That is why we think that we are greater than others. We are better. I know more than that. I am more skilled. I am more qualified. All this. So basic thing is that we are identifying ourselves with the body, but we are not thinking that we are actually Krishna's amsha, or we are spirit souls. See, if you see myself, you, each one of us are, from a spiritual point of view, we are all same. Please understand this point. From a spiritual perspective, we are all amshas of Krishna. We are all spirit souls. And this external covering, the body, is the only different thing what we are experiencing. Actually, we are all from the same source, which is Krishna, and we are all having the same qualities. Spiritual quality. I am talking about from the spiritual perspective, not from material perspective. From material perspective, we are seeing that there is difference. My body is different, your body is different. My qualities, whatever skills or qualities or whatever things are different. Many things, there are many differences. But from the spiritual perspective, we are all same. We are all same in the sense we are all having spiritual, similar qualities. We are all same means we are not one. We are different living entities, but having the same quality. because we belong to Krishna. We are Amsha of Krishna. So understanding that is the real ego. Understanding that yes, I am the part and parcel of Krishna. I am the servant of Krishna, Amsha of Krishna. That's the real ego. False ego is thinking that I am this body. That's all. Okay. So subtle body and gross body constitutes our actual body, whatever we are seeing. So mind, the subtle elements have very, very much influence in our day-to-day life. Intelligence is the discrimination between intelligence. The definition of intelligence is it's discriminating good and bad is the definition of intelligence. And what is the function of mind? Mind's function is thinking, feeling, willing. All these are functions of the mind. So thinking, feeling, willing is the function of mind. Distinguishing or discriminating power, or discriminating or distinguishing good and bad, right and wrong is the intelligence. And ego we already discussed, false ego we already discussed. So why we discuss this? Because this entire science of study is Sankhya. So understanding the material body made of Panchabhuta or even subtle body also. By the way, subtle body is also material, not spiritual. Spiritual is only spirit soul. So understanding the matter and spirit is Sankhya Yoga. Second part which we discuss or we are discussing is Karma Yoga. Basically Karma Yoga we will be going into details in the 3rd chapter and 5th chapter in the coming chapters. But in the 2nd chapter, Krishna is giving a glimpse of Karma Yoga, and our discussion is particularly that section. Okay. Alright. Okay. Shruti 53. Shruti viprati pannate yada stasyati nischala samadau achala buddhis tada yogam avapsyasi. Yes, please recite.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Shruti vipra pratipanna te yada styatassi nischala samadhavachala buddhistada yogam vyapassi.
Thank you, Prabhu. Translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. When your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, and when it remains fixed in the trance of self-realization, then you will have attained the divine consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So here Shruti Vipratipannate. Shruti means Vedas. So Vedas, when your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, when it remains fixed in the trance of self-realization, then you will have attained the divine consciousness. Krishna is saying, what is the flowery words of Vedas? So basically, Vedas are, or scriptures are meant for making all of us pure devotees, or the Veda, the ultimate purpose. We are talking about the ultimate purpose of Vedas. The ultimate purpose of Vedas is Vedescha sarver aham eva vedyo Vedanta krit veda videha chaham. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in different chapter that the purpose of Vedas is to understand Krishna, understand the supremacy of Krishna, understanding who are we, understanding our connection with Krishna, and finally, and also understanding our identity is not enough. Now we have to go to the goal. The goal is Krishna, right? Goal is to go back to the spiritual world. Go to the spiritual world, that's our goal. And understanding our relationship with Krishna is the first step. That is called Sambandha. And Abhideya and Prayojana. That's, Abhideya means the process to reach the goal. So the Sambandha Jnana means the connection with Krishna, understanding the connection with Krishna, understanding our identity. Secondly, the goal is to go to the spiritual world. that, or to go to the spiritual world and serve Krishna there. That is the ultimate goal. Attain the pure devotion to Krishna. That is our aim, goal. So to reach to that goal, there is a process which is called as abhidaya. These are just terminology, Sanskrit terminology. Sambandha means the relation, fixing the relationship, or establishing the relationship, and abhidaya means the process, and prayojana means the goal. So to reach the goal, we are practicing some process. That is called as abhidaya. And what we are doing is now, we are trying to understand our relationship with Krishna, Sambandha, and now Krishna is telling that understanding the relationship is not enough. Now we have to work for it to reach the goal, right? To reach the goal, we are working, and there comes our sadhana bhakti. Like we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we are chanting Krishna's name, we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are reading scriptures, we are studying scriptures, we are practicing the process of bhakti, and finally we will reach to the goal. So this is the purpose of Vedas. So Vedas or scriptures are meant to understand our sambandha with Krishna, understand the process to reach the goal, and understand the goal and what is the process to reach the goal. So three things. This is the main purpose of Vedas. But flowery words of Vedas means, here in this verse, flowery words of Vedas means there are other sections of Vedas. There are different descriptions in the Vedas. We have already discussed this before also. It's like Vedas are considered to be kalpavriksha as per Bhagavatam. Nigama kalpataror galidam phalam shugamukadamrda drava samyutam pibada bhagavadam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavukaha. This is Bhagavatam, one of the verses from Bhagavatam, first canto, the third verse, first chapter, third verse. Nigama means Vedas. Kalpataro means the desire tree. What is the meaning of desire tree? Desire tree means whatever we desire, that tree will fulfill. For example, the tree, like we see some trees here in this world, mango tree, coconut tree, or any jackfruit tree. We go to the jackfruit tree and ask mango. Jackfruit tree cannot give us mango. And if we are asking the coconut tree to give mango, also coconut tree cannot give, right? But there are some desire trees in the spiritual world, and these trees are very, very special. Whatever you ask, we'll get it. Not only the fruits, not only the vegetables or whatever you ask, they are ready to fulfill us. If you are asking some nice clothes, they will give. If you are asking some nice ornaments, they will give. The trees are those trees are called kalpavriksha. Anyway, in the spiritual world, when we go and when we are going to meet Krishna and we are going to serve him, we will not be interested in getting all these small things. We will be more focused on serving Krishna. Anyway, the point is that in the spiritual world, all trees are like that. Each and every tree are kalpavrikshas. Each and every tree can give anything possible. So Vedas are compared to kalpavriksha. What is the meaning of kalpavriksha? As I mentioned, whatever we desire, that is being provided. So why Vedas are compared to kalpavriksha? Because there are different types of people. There are people with different consciousness. Some people are interested in sense gratification, or most of the people are into sense gratification. Sense gratification means enjoying in this world. I want to enjoy. And not only here, I want to go to the heavenly planet, Swargaloka, and enjoy there. There are people who wants to do that. So the Vedas are giving multiple options for multiple people. So different people have different consciousness. It's like a student from the LKG or first standard till the college. Different subjects are being taught. Correct? Different options are there. And there are many varieties. So according to our capacity, we can go. We can take the required knowledge. Similarly, Vedas are very broadly given by Vyasadeva, so that according to our choice or according to our consciousness, according to the gunas, basically. Gunas means tamogun, rajogun, satogun. According to the kind of combination or our inclination as to something, we can approach Vedas. If we want to go to heavenly planets and enjoy their sense gratification, then there are some options given by Vedas. Do this sacrifice, you will be able to go to to the heavenly planets. So different things are given. So those are called as flowery words. Flowery words of Vedas means they are actually giving some options for our enjoyment, sense enjoyment. But here Krishna is saying flowery words of Vedas are, he is saying in a negative context. Why? Because that is not the purpose of life. Purpose of life is not to go to heavenly planets and enjoy. By the way, heaven is different, spiritual world is different. Heaven is still in this material world. Heaven means a place like we go to we go with lot of money. Lot of money we have, for example, and go to US or any country or Switzerland. Yes, think about Switzerland. Going with 10 million dirhams and spending money like anything and enjoying, going here, doing that, doing this, buying that, eating that. So it's like what we are doing actually. We are having some money credit with us and we are going there and spending it out. And what will happen after some time? Raghavendra Prabhu, what will happen after some time? Million will become?
We will
Yeah.
run out
Million
of
will.
the money. Yeah, we will run out of the money and we need to come back again to
Yeah. Our account will become zero after some time.
Yes.
Right? Our credit is gone completely. Then what we have to do? We have to come back again. Come and work under some boss. We have to get the scoldings. We have to get the kicks and shouts, and then we beg for money. We work again. We make some money and going to spend. So it's like that. The point is that Swarga or different planets of this world, there are different planets where the opulences are great. There are plenty of opportunities to enjoy senses. But the problem is that is only for some time. When the credit is over, we have to come back again to this karma bhumi where we are in. And not only that, the more we go to such places, we are forgetting Krishna. Because if there is only enjoyment in this world, we are forgetting Krishna. See, when we get some problems, we turn towards Krishna. Right? I mean, general tendency. If we are enjoying, if we are having a lot of money, lot of servants, lot of options, lot of opulences, we will definitely have the tendency to forget Krishna. Definitely, because we are engrossed in the sense gratification. We are engrossed in sense enjoyment. So, Vedas are giving options. So, that is why Krishna is saying flowery words. It is just, we think that is something great, but actually it is simply, waste of time. So, Krishna is telling here that flowery words of Vedas, when your mind no longer disturbed by flowery words, means when we think that I don't want any kind of sense gratification, any kind of material opulences mentioned in the Vedas, or the goal, maybe goal as material opulences, so when we come out of that stage, and then when we remain fixed in the trance of self-realization, means when our intelligence we are fixing in Krishna, Achala Buddhi, fixing our mind in self-realization means fixing our mind in Krishna consciousness or in bhakti, or understanding and fixing our mind, fixing our intelligence for our purification, to progress in spiritual or bhakti, then you will attain divine consciousness. Krishna is saying, then you will be attaining divine consciousness, means you will be attaining proper Krishna consciousness. Not only that, you will become Jivan Mukta also. Jivan Mukta means we can get out of this world. We can get out of this material world and go back to spiritual world. So if we are stuck with the flowery words of Vedas, dear devotees, we will be perpetually here. So let us not be focused on getting some sense gratification of this world. There is nothing which we have not enjoyed in this world. There is nothing which is new for us. We may not be remembering, but we have gone through everything. But there is something, beyond everything, which is spiritual bliss, spiritual happiness, which we will start experiencing when we start practicing bhakti here itself. We will start experiencing a glimpse of it, but that glimpse will become reality. The glimpse will become like an ocean of bliss when we go to the spiritual world. And that is our aim. That is the aim of human form. That is the aim of human beings. That is our goal. Prabhupada says in the purport, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, to say that one is in samadhi is to say that one has fully realized Krishna consciousness. That is, one in full samadhi has realized Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. The highest perfection of self-realization is to understand that one is the eternal servitor of Krishna and that one's only business is to discharge one's duty in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada says here samadhi, see, samadau achala buddhi. So here samadau means samadhi, or in Krishna consciousness or transcendental consciousness or Krishna consciousness. How we can become fully Krishna conscious when we are using our intelligence, we are fixing our intelligence for those activities which are helping us to progress in bhakti, or if we are fixing our intelligence for something which is connected to self-realization. Self-realization means what? Understanding who are we, what is our connection with Krishna, and what is our actual constitutional position, and what is our duty. That's the self-realization. So Prabhupada mentions here that one who is in samadhi means, to say one is samadhi means one has fully realized Krishna consciousness. And what is he say here is saying that one who is realizing Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. So we have discussed this before also, but for the benefit of everybody, I am just trying to explain again. What is this realization of Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan? There are three realizations. Okay, I would request somebody to say, then I will explain. Yeah, anybody can say what is Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan realizations? Anybody is ready to say? Raghavendra Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu, as it is mentioned, the Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaneti, Shabdate. So Prabhu, we have three categories of man. Like first are the yogis who focused on the nirvikar, like nirvisheshwadi, what we can say. They are focused on the light only. Like we can understand sun, planet, light. So Prabhu, they are focusing on the light. Then second, we are having the Gyanis who are focused on the Paramatma. And third, Prabhu, we are having the Bhaktas, Bhakti Yogi. They are focusing on the original form of the Bhagavan, like we are focusing on the Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, I will thank you so much, Prabhu, for saying that. Yes. So I will just one more time reiterate. So there are three understandings of absolute truth, or there are three levels of understanding of absolute truth. Means the Paramasatya, or we can say absolute truth means understanding the Bhagavan or understanding Krishna. There are three levels of understanding. Okay, first level is Brahman realization, second realization is Paramatma realization, third is Bhagavan realization. So Brahmedi, Paramatmedi, Bhagavan idi Shabdyate. Bhagavatam says there are three levels of understanding the absolute truth. The first understanding of the absolute truth or Krishna is that Krishna is, or understanding the Brahman conception. Brahman conception means understanding the impersonal aspect of Krishna, understanding the impersonal aspect of the absolute truth. What is impersonal aspect? Impersonal aspect means, impersonal means there is no form, right? So the Brahman realization is something that understanding Krishna who is not having a form, understanding the absolute truth but formless. So then we may think, is it correct? Krishna has a form. Why they are saying, why Brahman realization is form? They are saying that Krishna is formless. Okay, I will come to that. Second understanding is little higher than the Brahman platform, which is called as Paramatma realization, wherein they agree that yes, Krishna has an impersonal aspect, which is formless, and Krishna also has a Paramatma aspect, which means that Paramatma aspect means all pervading nature. Paramatma means present in each and every atom, present in each and every living entity, not only living entity, even in the non-moving Jada Vastu also Krishna is there. Even in each and every atom Krishna is there. And in each and every, even the distance between, the gap between two atoms, there is Krishna. Means Krishna in the form of Paramatma, by the way. Or super soul, if we say in English as super soul. So understanding the Paramatma realization is nothing but understanding the impersonal aspect, the first aspect, plus they understand that, okay, in addition to the impersonal aspect, Krishna also has all pervading nature, which is Paramatma. Paramatma realization, which means he is all pervading in each and every atom. Also he is in my heart. He is sitting in my heart also. That's the Paramatma realization. Now the third one, or the highest understanding, is Bhagavan realization. Bhagavan realization is nothing but understanding the impersonal aspect, understanding the Paramatma aspect, understanding way beyond that, which is that Krishna has a beautiful form. He is having a beautiful Shyama Sundara form and bluish dark blue cloud form, and he is adorned with so many, he's having a peacock feather, he is standing with a flute. That is the actual form of Krishna in spiritual world. Right? So understanding the Bhagavan realization is nothing but understanding the complete picture of who is Krishna, what is his form, and where he is present in the spiritual world. And in the spiritual world, what is happening? There are different leelas are happening. And Krishna is alone there? No. There are so many devotees also with Krishna, performing or assisting or participating in the pastimes of Krishna. And also understanding that we are also part and parcel of Krishna, Amsha of Krishna. We have to actually go to that spiritual world and participate in Krishna's pastime along with him. So this is the complete understanding. That is Bhagavan realization. So the question will come, then what is this Brahman realization, impersonal aspect? Can it be, is there any aspect for the absolute truth, or is there an aspect for Krishna, impersonal something is there? Yes. Why? There is something called Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti means effulgence. The Jyoti or effulgence coming from the body, the original body of Krishna from the spiritual world. And that effulgence is all pervading. It's everywhere in the spiritual world, and that effulgence even coming, is not entering into the material world, but up to the border of the material world, this effulgence is there. And this effulgence is what Prabhu was mentioning about light, kind of light. And the Brahmavadis, or those who are focusing on the Brahman realization, they say that Krishna doesn't have a form. Krishna has only this, or they not even say Krishna, they say that the absolute truth doesn't have a form, it is formless. Basically, it's like a light or effulgence. So that's the first level of understanding. Of course, that effulgence is coming from Krishna, but doesn't mean that there is a source for, but Brahmavadis doesn't understand that there is a source for that light or effulgence. That source is the original form of Krishna. From that original form of Krishna, this light is coming out. Like sun, the example Prabhu also gave. The sun, if you see the sun globe or sun planet, we are seeing the sun rays. The rays are coming down, right? So the rays are like Brahmajyoti. When we take this example. But there is an original sun planet. Not only sun planet, there is sun god also there inside, Surya Dev. So understanding the sun god, which is Surya Dev, understanding the sun planet, understanding the sun rays, all these three levels are Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. So if a person understanding that there is a sun god, there is a sun planet where sun god is residing, and there is sun rays coming out, this is the complete understanding. So when we say that, so Brahman realization is only not half, it's a partial understanding. Paramatma realization is much better than Brahman realization, because Paramatma realization, they understand the Brahman aspect also, or impersonal aspect also, but that is also not full. When it comes to the Bhagavan realization, then they have the entire complete picture of it. Yeah, I hope now this Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan concept is clear. So we can remember the example of sun and sun rays, then we will be able to connect to this. Okay. So one who is in full samadhi means one who understands the complete picture. One who is having the complete picture means Bhagavan realization. That is what Prabhupada says here. Then he says the highest perfection of self-realization is to understand that one is eternally the servitor of Krishna, and the only business is to discharge one duty in Krishna consciousness. So highest perfection. Hari Bol. There is no, don't worry, we are all safe. I hope all of you are. We are studying Bhagavad Gita. We are talking about Krishna. It's the right time. When calamities comes, what we have to do? We have to take shelter of Krishna. He is the only shelter. Krishno Rekshadano Jagat Trayagurum Krishnam Namaddam Sada. Only He can protect us. Right. Okay. So coming to the point of perfection of self-realization is to understand the Prabhupada says the highest perfection of self-realization is to understand that one is eternally the servitor of Krishna, and that one's business is to discharge duties. Means understanding our relationship with Krishna, that we are the servants of Krishna, servitor of Krishna, like we already discussed, Amsha of Krishna. So Amsha, we always says this hand is a Amsha of this body. If I am cutting this hand out, no meaning for this hand. As long as it is connected to the body, it has got some function. Similarly, as long as we are connected to Krishna, there is some meaning for our life. So we are all part and parcel of Krishna, we are our Amsha of Krishna. Our actual identity is to serve Him, and that is the highest perfection of self-realization. Prabhupada says a Krishna conscious person or unflinching devotee of the Lord should not be disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, nor be engaged in the fruitive activities for promotion to the heavenly kingdom. So we have already discussed about what is flowery language of Vedas, and we already discussed about promotion to the heavenly kingdom, that enjoying in the spiritual, in the heavenly planets is not the goal of life. So a person who is unflinching devotee, who is a Krishna conscious person, he is not disturbed by any of these flowery language of Vedas. They are not interested to go to heavenly planets or to enjoy. And what is their only aspiration? Here it's mentioned. In Krishna consciousness, one comes directly in communion with Krishna, and thus all directions from Krishna may be understood in that transcendental state. One is sure to achieve results by such activities and attain conclusive knowledge. One has to carry out the orders of Krishna or his representative, the spiritual master. So, the highest perfection is to understand that we are the part and parcel of Krishna, servant of Krishna, and serving him is the goal of life. And that is what we have to aspire for. As a devotee, we should aspire to serve Krishna eternally, lifelong, always. All other things are secondary for us. All other things, our necessities, maintenance, everything Krishna will take care. We have to do our part. We should do our part. We should do our duties, home duty, household duties, family duties. We should do it nicely, very sincerely we have to do, because that is also a service to Krishna. Please understand, whatever we are studying here, we are saying about our eternal relationship with Krishna. We are talking about our eternal duty with Krishna. That's all. That's the main thing, no doubt. But we should not forget about our immediate duties. So dharma, our duties to our family members, duties to the, our family or parents or relatives or whatever. This we have to take care. But keeping Krishna is in the center. That's the main thing. When we keep Krishna in the center and perform bhakti directly, also we are taking care of other responsibilities around that, then actually the other responsibilities are becoming a service to Krishna only. So then other activities, other dharmas will no longer have any reactions because we are keeping Krishna in the center. How we can do that? For example, all of us are going to the office and we are saving money, we are getting salary, right? So if we are using our money properly for Krishna conscious activities, how we can do that? In different ways we can do. Like, we have to eat food, then only we can maintain our body, correct? We need food, no doubt. So what we should do? We will be going out and getting from Lulu or any shops the things, and we are preparing at home. For what? For our maintenance. But if once we prepare our food and if we are offering that bhoga to Krishna, to our altar in our temple, in our home, then that food is becoming spiritualized. Not only that, the activity, then when after offering to Krishna, when we take prasadam out, we are getting prasadam, mercy of Krishna, then we eat. So same food we are, eating, but one thing we did, one extra additional thing we did. What is that? We offered to Krishna and took it back. And he is giving us back as mercy. So when the activity is not changing, dear devotees, we are eating, we have to eat, no doubt. But how we are doing that, this is what we need to change. Like, prepare nicely something, thinking that this I want to offer to Krishna. And we are preparing nicely by remembering Krishna. Yes, I am making nice vegetable biryani today. With nice papad and with nice paneer curry or whatever, I'm preparing something nicely, and I'm preparing nice sweet kheer also today, payasam, and I will offer this to Krishna. Then we offer to Krishna, and Krishna will give us back the prasadam and we eat. So activity remains same. Cooking and eating is what we generally doing, but we are additionally bringing, what we are doing is offering to Krishna, and we are getting the mercy of Krishna's prasadam. Then that activity of cooking and that activity of eating is becoming a spiritual activity. Hari Bol. Similarly, anything we do. So the thing is that, but we cannot give anything to Krishna, by the way. If we cook meat and offer it to Krishna, Krishna will not accept, by the way. No. No. That we should not. That's Papa. Krishna will, we will see that in the next chapter, by the way. So we should eat only what is prescribed in the Shastras. We will see what exactly all these things are there in the coming chapters. But so the point is that if we keep Krishna in the center of our life will become successful. We don't have to worry about anything. And similarly, the money we are getting from the, we are using money for cooking or preparing food, buying items and preparing food, right? So some part of the money is going for food itself. Secondly, we are paying rent. Our house we are paying, house rent is paying, correct? How we can use that money in Krishna consciousness? It is easy. Have a nice temple in our home, do puja and do this offering. We already talked about our food is we are offering. So our home is becoming like a temple. Not only that, we are inviting devotees. Okay, Prabhu, tomorrow let us have satsang in our home. We wish to host the program. This Saturday morning Bhagavad Gita, like Raghavendra Prabhu used to tell me, Prabhu, please come. We will host the program. We will have the class from here. So what he is doing in that case? So we are anyway paying rent for the house, but we are using that house for conducting satsang. We are using that house for having kirtan. We are using that house for the devotees to come and speak about Krishna, hear about Krishna, chant Krishna's name. So we are utilizing that home for a spiritual activity. Then the money what we are giving to ADCP or FAB or anybody is becoming spiritualized, dear devotees. So we are not getting karma, and that is becoming a spiritual activity. So similarly, anything. So also apart from that, from our money, from our savings, from our earned money, we can donate some money for good cause, like for some spiritual function, spiritual festivals, like we have Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Gaura Purnima. So there's so much expenses are required, and we sponsor something, or we sponsor prasadam for the devotees. Like last time, our Suresh Prabhu from our group was doing that for the 250 devotees. He has sponsored prasadam. So that's something, we are doing a spiritual activity. So that is also required. So we are using our income, our money in Krishna conscious activities. So we don't have to spend anything. No, we don't have to do anything apart from, this Krishna consciousness or bhakti is not a complicated process. It is easy to follow. We have to fine tune our life, that's all. We have to keep Krishna in the center, that's all. We don't have to change, other things. We don't have to wear saffron dress and become a brahmachari or sannyasi, not required. We can be in our home, sthane sthita stutikatam, tanuvad manubir. Wherever we are, whatever situations we are in, we can make our life perfect. See the example of Arjuna, Yudhishthira Maharaj. All the Pandavas, all of them were having family. They were not brahmacharis or sannyasis. Take the example of Prithu Maharaj. Take the example of Ambarish Maharaj, Prahalad Maharaj. Anybody, many devotees in the Bhagavatam, in the scriptures we can see, all of them are Grihasthas. Even Mahaprabhu's associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, all of them were Grihasthas. So Grihasthas means having a family. So we can also become pure devotees, provided we are doing the right things as prescribed by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures. So just we have to follow that, our life will become successful. I think I will take one more verse. Today we can, don't worry about the sound as long as you are at home. I hope Harish Prabhu, are you in the site today or are you at home?
Yeah, Prabhu, our site, now we heard a lot of noise. So we are putting all our people in the basement. We are doing emergency evacuation.
Okay, so you are in the site now?
No, I actually was about to leave to the site, but I had dropped my plan. But I
No
am
problem.
coordinating with my team there for emergency
Please.
evacuation right now.
Please do that, Prabhu. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So all others who are outside, if you are outside, please try to come home back, or anywhere, or friend's house or relative's house, anybody devotee's house. You can go there. No problem. We don't have to be out. No. Okay. So let's do one more verse. Arjuna Vacha. Okay, I did not share the screen. Sthita Prajnas. Okay, I think this is another section, by the way. Okay, I will stop here. This is a different section, by the way. We are going to enter into a different theme. So maybe I will stop here and take some questions. That's the best thing. All right. So we can continue our now from 54th verse onwards till the 74th verse, the end of second chapter, is basically one theme, which is talking about the qualities of a Jivan Mukta, or a qualities of a devotee, basically, or we can say, or quality of a person who has fixed his intelligence in Krishna consciousness. That's what we are going to study in the last section. Okay, so I'm stopping here, pausing here. We'll continue in the next class. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to discuss. Today we have more time to discuss. If you have some pending questions also, I think Neetu Mataji, if you have some pending questions, you can ask. If you are already here, yes, or anybody. Okay. Suhas Prabhu, yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I would like to just revisit that concept of Kalpa Vruksha you explained earlier. That Kalpa Vruksha is in the, in the highest attainment, right? That is the spiritual world. But if that Vruksha is there, what is the purpose of, once you have attained the highest position in the, in the spiritual world, then what is the function of that Vruksha, the tree there? What is, I did not understand. Before I heard about Kalpavruksha, but I thought it is maybe in the material world or in the Swarga Loka somewhere, or Bhuloka. But you said it is in the spiritual world. So what is the purpose of that, having that Vruksha there?
Yeah, thank you. See, Kalpavrikshas, even in the material world, not in our earthly planets, but there are different heavenly planets. There are different trees which can give different things. So there are potent trees also, but we were talking about Kalpavriksha in a general term. Even the Kalpavriksha, the basic philosophy what we discuss is that a tree which can give anything we desire. Okay, that's the definition. Now your question was that what is the purpose of Kalpavriksha in the spiritual world, right?
Yes.
We need more Kalpavrikshas there. Why? Because we have to serve Krishna in different ways. So we need so many things. So we can ask the Kalpavriksha to, can you give me nice, beautiful ornaments so that I can serve Krishna with that. I can give this to Krishna. I can decorate Krishna with this, or I can give nice forest garland. I can give nice fruits. If you can give me nice fruits, I can offer that to Krishna and Radharani. I can offer to Krishna and his friends. So something like that. So we can, all these Kalparvikshas will help us to serve Krishna there. That is the purpose. So by the way, all these Kalparvikshas or anything in the spiritual world are not just vriksha. They are all personalities. They are all persons. They can speak, they can talk, they have a form also. They may be in the form of a tree, or they may be in the form of a bird, or in an animal, maybe in the spiritual world, but they have a person. There is a person behind that. So all these forms, even the birds, animals, there are many birds, there are many parrots mentioned in the Shastras. Krishna has so many parrots, Radharani has parrots, and there are so many parrots in Vrindavan. We are talking about spiritual world. So they have some role to play. They have the role of carrying message from one place to another place, saying that Krishna is there, Radharani is here, and Krishna's friends are here, giving the messages, passing the messages. And the trees also have some function. When the trees, when Krishna and friends are coming for grazing the cows, all these Kalpavruksha trees are happily giving shades to Krishna and his friends, and all of them sit together, sit down under the tree, and give the nice breeze will come, and the trees will, even when the friends and Krishna comes, the trees will give different kinds of fruits, different kinds of nice fragrant flowers also for them. So they have so many roles. In fact, their role in the spiritual world is more more than anything. So like that, Prabhu. So everything has everything is Chinmay there, and there is a personality also behind everything, and all of them are assisting Krishna's different pastimes. That's the role. That's the role of the trees and birds, animals in the spiritual world. Even we may be thinking that, is there any sun in the spiritual world? Is there moon in the spiritual world? Actually, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, na tat bhashayade suryo na shashango na pavaga yad gatva nivartande tad dhama paramama. Krishna is telling in one of the verses in Bhagavad Gita. We'll study later. Krishna is saying, there is no sun, there is no moon in the spiritual world. And yad gatva, that world, when you come, you will not come back to this material world. Krishna is giving promise in one of the verses of Bhagavad Gita. So what is the meaning of not having sun or moon? The meaning is that there is no need of a sun to give light, like in this material world. There is no need of a moon, like moon in this world, to give juice to the vegetation or plants and crops. Without moon, the vegetation will not grow. Without sun, we cannot live. Correct? And this sun and moon is required in this material world for our existence. However, the sun and moon the sun is not required to give light in the spiritual world. Already Krishna's body, from the body, the Brahma Jyoti is coming, which we already discussed. And with that Brahma Jyoti, the entire spiritual world is glowing, effulgent. And moon also is there, sun also is there, but not for giving light or giving juice to the vegetation. The purpose is different. In the spiritual world, sun and moon functions as they are again devotees' personalities. They are also assisting Krishna's pastimes. Like when the sun rises, Krishna gets up. Krishnas go to the forest with the friends, graze the cows. And when the sun sets, the moon rises, Krishna comes back to the home. So there is a role. There is a role for sun and moon also, but the role is different. The role is assisting the pastimes of Krishna, not giving light and all these things. That is why Krishna is saying, there is no sun, no light. And there is no sun, there is no moon in the spiritual world. The sun and moon of this world is not there. There, the sun and moon, or we can say in the spiritual world, the person, the sun we say is not the sun of this world, by the way, and that sun and moon is assisting in different pastimes. Similarly, like what we discussed about Kalpavruksha, trees and birds and animals, everybody has some role to play in the service. So all of them are serving Krishna, all of them in different ways. So animals, trees, plants, everybody is serving. What to speak of a flower coming from the tree also is a person. That flower is hankering, oh, please take me and make a garland out of it and offer it to Krishna. That flower will beg Krishna's assistance or Radharani's gopis or sakhis to please use me, use me and make a garland and offer it to Radha and Krishna. So they are all personalities. It's a different realm altogether. It's not something what we see here. Here everything is different. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, I have a question. You spoke about the different bodies that we have, right? We have the physical body where we all of us can see, touch, and then today you spoke about the subtle body, the subtle body. So that's intelligence and mind. And Prabhuji, what is beyond subtle body, the causal body? Like, is that the soul?
Beyond subtle body, there of course soul is there. Soul is more subtler than any of this subtle body also. So subtlety is more, soul is more subtle, because that is why soul cannot be touched or soul cannot be we studied in Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter beginning, right? It cannot be killed or with that weapon. We cannot be even moistened. It cannot be dried up. Soul is completely aloof. Even mind and intelligence is very subtle. What to speak of soul? Soul is much subtler. We cannot even perceive at all. We can only see the symptom of this presence of soul. The symptom of presence of soul is having life. For example, I am speaking now, you are hearing. How it is possible? Because soul is present in our body as of now. Once the soul leaves the body, we are dead, actually. So that is, we cannot perceive it with our senses. So causal body and subtle body is basically, all these are same. I mean we can understand in the same way. And and also one more body I have heard is, as per the Shastras, is the body which when we if we are doing so many papa sins, we will get a karana sharira. That is what you are saying, causal body, basically karana. When we not so that body, what happens? So when we die, if you are, for example, if you have done so many sins, then before getting another body in this world, we may have to go through the reactions of it. For example, if we have done so many sins, that soul will get a temporary body, which is what you said, that karana body, and that, so then soul will be taken, or going to, and the soul covered with this body basically will be going to the hellish planets, and we will be suffering. We will be going through the punishments. But soul is not getting affected, by the way. Soul is not affected, but the body is getting affected. That body, it's also mentioned in the Bhagavatam that this body is very this body what we are talking about, which is only meant for experiencing the pain of punishment in the hells, that body is very special. Means it can be burned up, it can be you can punish in any way, but we will experience the pain always. Like for example, here if we are somebody is burning the body, after some time we are dying, we are not feeling the pain after some time, correct? But that body which we are getting, which going through the punishment, we will be perpetually, we will be feeling that, experiencing that until that punishment is over. So that kind of body we are getting. Anyway, we don't have to talk about such things. We don't have to worry also about that. The reason is that if we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if we are practicing Krishna consciousness, bhakti, and if we are not doing any sins, don't worry, we are not going to go to any hell for sure. But if we are not properly, we are misusing our body, if we are doing all the wrong things, sinful activities, then we will have to suffer. So we don't have to worry as long as we are practicing Krishna consciousness and chanting Krishna's name. So we are safe. So, but if we are not following properly, we will have to go through it. So we are really fortunate, dear devotees. All of us are very fortunate. Otherwise, we would have gone to hell. We have gone to hell. We came back because there is no permanent place in the hell, by the way. It is like I was mentioning about a Switzerland example, going with 10 million and coming back with 0. The punishment in the hellish planets also like that. We go there for some time. After punishment, we are coming back, and we'll get a body suitable to uh, our karma, according to the karma. So like that it is happening. So we don't have to much worry about that. Let's practice Krishna consciousness and we'll be going to the spiritual world. We don't have to worry about anything of this world. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Prabhuji, actually, I have a follow-up question. So, what I actually wanted to know is like our soul, the soul within all of us, right? Its swarupa is very pure.
Sorry. Can you repeat it?
Prabhuji, the soul, which is there in each one of us, right? Its real swarupa is very pure, right? Like
Of
very,
course.
yeah, very pure. How can we access that soul? Is the soul always listening to all the craps we are talking, thinking, or it only awake, or is it only, live or alert when we are talking about Krishna and good things?
Soul is always active. That is why,
Ah,
because of the soul's active, because of that active nature, we are having consciousness, by the way. Otherwise, if the soul is inactive, we will not be having consciousness. Even a person who is in the coma state, the soul is active. Even the subtle
ah,
bodies are also active. Even person, see, subtle bodies are active there. The gross body is not acting with a person who is in the coma. Maybe externally we are seeing that the person like a dead, but his mind is functioning, his intelligence is functioning. And also definitely soul is, we don't have to talk about soul. Soul definitely is functioning. Otherwise, that unless that soul leaves the body, that body is actually, subtle bodies are active, definitely soul is active. So soul is seeing everything, hearing
yeah.
everything, understanding, and it is full conscious. It is called as Sat Chit Ananda. Means Chit means all knowledgeable. So basically, he knows everything, that identity wise. But the problem is that we are all of us. It's been covered by our subtle body. It's been covered by our gross body presently, and that is why we are going through all these other things. So soul as such is pure, no doubt, but it's like a mirror covered with a dust. Mirror is always pure, but the dust is there. If the we have to wipe it out, right? So when we wipe it out, the mirror becomes clear. Similarly, that is the process we are all doing. Chedo darpana marjanam. So it's always clear and transparent. It's always pure, but it is covered with dust of these three gunas, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna of this world. So we are now removing that by practicing bhakti slowly, gradually. So like you are asking, soul will be happy and soul is getting pleasure when we practice Krishna bhakti, Krishna consciousness, because this is what soul is expecting from all of us, or we can say this is what the soul needs. It's like our Acharya says, when we
Food
do
for
bhakti,
soul?
when we
Yeah,
do bhakti,
okay.
when we do bhakti, we are eating food, right? We are eating food for our maintenance of this body, correct? So correct, right? So we are getting some happiness or pleasure when we eat food, isn't it? Similarly, the spiritual food for soul is chanting the holy names, hearing about Krishna. When we do bhakti, that is the actual food for the soul. And soul will be happy and nourished by practicing bhakti. So slowly, and that coverings also will be going. Coverings will go and we will become pure, and then we will really experience it actually. In this world, being in this body, we can experience. We can even experience with this body. It's not very far away, but it is far away. It's depending upon our sincerity in the practice. The more we practice, the more we sincerely hanker to serve Krishna and prioritizing Krishna in our life and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra sincerely and hearing about him, studying Shastras, definitely our purification is happening. We are moving closer and closer to him, the reality. Now we are somewhere else. We are going nearer to the reality. Okay, so
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I
happy.
wish, I wish the soul take control over whatever we do, then everything is blissful.
For that, coverings, the dust we need to remove first.
Yeah.
We are having a lot of dust, So that needs to be removed. By this process, it will be removed slowly.
Hare Krishna.
Very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Anybody has any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hmm.
Prabhu, how to remove fault finding and how to shift our from negative to positive? Like I know in the Kali Yuga, our main characteristic is the fault finding and the focus on negatives only. But Prabhu, somehow I am feeling that every day I am doing some Vaishnava Prada. Like when I am hearing any lecture of Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj or any senior Vaishnava, like if there's any small mistake also, like in the shlokas or somewhere, this is not mistake. This is as per my understanding because I don't have full knowledge. I am not at that level, so I can understand fully. This is my fault. But uh, when I listen anything, any kind of this, my all focus goes there, and it is not it stays there. This will go on with me like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. This will continue with me, and when having this, my chanting is affected and everything. So how to come out from this? And these days it is happening very frequently, bro. Very frequently.
Yeah. Very genuine question, practical, and very Prabhu is very openly asking the question. Thank you, Prabhu, for being very honest and transparent. Yes, this problem all of us are facing, Prabhu. So we should, the fault finding mentality is very, very bad, no doubt. Because fault finding means we are thinking that we are greater than that person. That's the nature of fault finding. If we are finding faults in somebody means we think that I am better than that. So this is basically envy. It's basically envy. So it's very dangerous. We have to consciously, slowly, gradually, we have to come out of this. No doubt, it takes some time. But one good thing is that we are realizing it. We are realizing that it's a fault finding from my side. I should not do this. That itself is a big step. That's a mercy of Krishna, that we are understanding that we are finding faults. Sometimes that will not happen, Prabhu. That also will not happen. We will not realize it that we are finding faults. So realizing that we are finding fault is first. That's something great. I mean, that means Krishna's mercy is there. And we have to definitely come out by praying. We have to pray to Krishna. Krishna, I have this defect in me. Even I am finding faults in my superiors. I want to come out of this. Please help me. So we should, prayer is required always. And also we should try to find positive things always. So basically what we need to develop is that not only when we see a senior or anybody, we should try to see positivity in each and every aspect of our life, Prabhu. Like, now we are in a situation, not in a situation to go out. We are not in a situation to go out, and so many problems we are facing. But we are having so many negativities because of these issues. But what is there positive? We have to find positive in that. Yes, now I'm not going out, I'm not wasting much time, so I can utilize that. I think Krishna is giving me an opportunity to do more reading or do more hearing or chanting. I think that I should. So this is how we should find so every aspect of our life, every dealings we do with the people, we should try to find positive things in them. Negativity will come, definitely. Negativity, some people, the moment we see the negative vibration will get. But still, this is practice from our side. We should practice ourselves. Prayer is required. Prayer will definitely help. Plus, our efforts are required. Our efforts are like that. How we should think that I am finding fault in that person because I think, because I am thinking I am better in that aspect maybe. But I am having other weaknesses which they don't have, which they may not have. So we should try to analyze ourselves. What are our weaknesses, our our faults? So rather focusing on the other's fault, let us try to find our faults. Our consciousness should be like that. We should focus on our faults. Let us think, contemplate. What are my weaknesses? What are my faults? This is one of the faults that I am finding fault in others. That's one thing. Another fault is that I think I am doing this. I have done that, or maybe our past life also, whatever. So we have so many faults. If we really analyze ourselves, we can understand so many faults we have. Then what will happen? The other's fault will become insignificant in front of our faults. So we will become naturally humble. So this is something we need to practice. So there are two things. First thing is that understanding rather than finding faults in others. When we get that trigger, we should stop that thought and try to find positive in that person. First thing. Focus on the positive of that person. Secondly, we can focus on the negatives or faults in us, not in others. And also, it is said that if we are finding a fault in somebody, that means that fault we have. If you are finding a fault in somebody, that means we have that fault. We are saying that that person is envy. If you are thinking that that person is envious or jealous to me, that means we have some jealousy to others. Maybe to not that person, to somebody else. So self-analysis is required. So trying to find positive things in others, trying to find positive aspects in each and every, positive points in each and every aspects of our life. We should try to find positive things. This is very important. Otherwise, we will be completely devastated. Negativity will overrule us. So in any situation, any circumstance, let us find some positive things in that. Okay, whatever the case may be, maybe I am suffering. Okay, maybe because of this I am going through this, but I am ready to go through it. But let me find some positive things in that. So finding positive in others, understanding our faults, and try to find positive in each and every aspect of our life. And fourth point is praying to Krishna. I hope this will help us. Anyway, I am also in the same boat we are all facing. I am also I am also in the side of a problem. I'm not in the part of a solution. All of us are in the same boat. So we all should strive for it. I think these are some, it's not my realization I'm sharing, but this is what I have heard from the superiors, which I'm also failing to follow. But if we follow this, definitely we will be able to improve the situation. So it's a gradual process. Slowly, gradually, things will be changed. Okay, Prabhu, I don't know whether it was helpful. Hopefully.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Just pray for me. I request all the devotees to pray for me.
Okay, I think that's all. Anybody has last question? Today we had some extra time, no children class, that's why. If any questions, last question, anyone? Okay. All right. Thank you. So Krishna willing, we'll meet next week. Yeah, I will see how the situation is. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Is Vidya Mataji is here? I can see.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes, I am also here.
You are here.
Thaira
Okay.
and Yukta in their movement.
Yeah, I can see that, yes. So, is it okay, Mataji? Are you able to follow?
Yes, Prabhu, I am able to follow. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Sachinandan Shri Gaurahari ki jai. Thank you so much. Wish you all a very safe Krishna conscious week. So please stay safe, and as whatever government is telling us, we have to follow that. And if you are getting more time, please focus on more Krishna conscious activities. Like we have to utilize the bad situation in a good way. Okay, with keeping that in the mind, let us all move forward.